We've all been told that masturbation is completely normal, but how much is too much? What happens when you can't stop, when the habit starts to control you rather than the other way around? In this video, we're going to delve into these questions and uncover why what seems like a harmless act can actually be a trap. Before we start, let me address the seriousness of this topic. While the cover may have seemed exaggerated, it's crucial to grab attention for this very real issue that affects countless individuals today, leading to a loss of willpower and focus. In this video, you'll learn what science says about the impact of masturbation on the brain, how it can become a compulsive behavior, and what Stoicism, a philosophy of self-mastery, can teach us about overcoming this vice. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. The history of masturbation. Modern medicine generally agrees that masturbation is a normal behavior, not only in humans, but also in other mammals like dogs. But this wasn't always the case. In the past, masturbation was often viewed as immoral and even harmful, particularly for men, as it was believed to waste the potential for reproduction. For women, the concern was that they might find pleasure in their own company, distancing themselves from men. There was also a strong belief that masturbation could lead to physical ailments, which discouraged the practice. Fast forward to today, and we know that masturbation is sometimes even recommended for specific conditions like insomnia because it can help induce sleep. But as with many things, there's more to the story. The problem with overindulgence. A study by the French Institute of Health and Medical Research found that after orgasm, the male brain deactivates sexual desire, leading to a restful state that often ends in sleep. While this might seem beneficial, it's here that the trap lies. Masturbation triggers the release of dopamine in the brain, a chemical associated with pleasure and reward. While dopamine makes us feel good, it's also highly addictive. The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM-5, now includes hypersexuality disorder, which can include compulsive masturbation, under obsessive-compulsive disorders. This compulsive behavior can lead to serious consequences, such as addiction to pornography, the pursuit of increasingly risky sexual behaviors, and an overall loss of control. As the brain adapts to this constant influx of dopamine, it requires more and more stimulation to achieve the same level of pleasure. Eventually, this cycle leads to frustration as the brain begins to block dopamine receptors in an attempt to protect itself from overstimulation. This mirrors the experience of other addictions, whether to substances like alcohol or behaviors like gambling. The Stoic perspective. So, what does Stoicism, a philosophy of self-control and virtue, have to say about this? The Stoics, including thinkers like Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus, approached pleasure and desire with a unique perspective. For them, the pursuit of pleasure, including through acts like masturbation, wasn't just a quest for physical satisfaction, but an opportunity to test the limits of one's self-discipline. Stoicism teaches that true freedom comes not from indulging every desire, but from mastering them. Epicurus, often misinterpreted as a hedonist, actually emphasized that it is not the pursuit of pleasure that makes a man virtuous, but his ability to control and moderate his desires. In this context, Stoicism doesn't just advocate for the repression of desires, but for a deep understanding of them. It's about achieving mastery over oneself and aligning one's actions with a higher purpose. By doing so, one can find lasting satisfaction, not in fleeting pleasures, but in living a life of virtue and integrity. Consequences of losing control. When we succumb to our most intense desires, such as through compulsive masturbation, we risk losing our connection with the natural order, a concept highly valued by the Stoics. Instead of being in harmony with nature, we become prisoners of our desires, leading to feelings of guilt, shame, and dissatisfaction. The Stoics believe that emotional turmoil arises when we let our desires control us rather than the other way around. By practicing introspection and self-regulation, they taught that we can pleasure, only to face an emotional storm afterward. However, by immersing themselves in Stoic teachings and practicing self-control, they underwent a profound transformation. This person learned to confront their desires and emotions consciously, finding true joy and self-mastery. Today, they live a life of inner peace and authenticity, free from the chains of momentary desires. Conclusion: compulsive masturbation, like any addiction, can distance us from our highest values and prevent us from achieving true happiness. The Stoics teach us that by practicing mindfulness and meditation, we can cultivate the mental serenity needed to resist temptations and live in harmony with our principles. So, my friend, what are you doing with your life? Do you believe that wasting time and energy on fleeting pleasures can lead to confidence and success? Take a moment to reflect on this, and if you're ready to take control, write in the comments, "I am a powerful person. I have control over my mind. I choose to do what motivates me. I choose to do what improves me." Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more insights.